What is up, Steelers Nation? Thank you so much for jumping on to another episode of the AST Collins Show, part 2 of week 3. I'm Noah Strackbine. Find me always on youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Check us out anywhere you get your podcasts. And as always, find all of our work at si.com/NFL/Steelers. We are 24 hours away from week 3, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, a game that means a whole ton for the city of Pittsburgh and the black and gold. But for right now, we're diving into part 2 of these questions because you guys left us with so many this week that we had to come through once again. And with a jam-packed schedule of podcasts throughout the weekdays, I said, screw it, we're doing one on the weekends. And I'm pretty excited for it. Thank you guys so much for calling in and leaving me plenty to talk about. If you want to become a member and join all of the awesome members who have already called in, you could do so by clicking the link in the description below of both the audio and the video. We've got about a dozen calls for you guys, and we'll get into them. I won't hold it back, or I won't take up any more of your time. Let's get into it.
Hey, Noah, this is Andrew. I'm calling in to kind of give you my recap on the first 2 weeks.
Okay,
and
I'm here for it.
Basically, I think we're kind of all overreacting right now to everything
Agreed.
That's going on, right?
Yes.
Here's why. So last week, or week 1, I guess, the Jets, I think, are a terrible team, right? And I know the defense
Agreed.
was terrible in that game, but we honestly did not deserve to win that game. And we still did.
No.
So we got
No, we
1-0 out of it, whoop-de-doo.
Yes.
But last week we come in and we don't look at, we just have a lot of the breaks that went for us in week 1 that didn't go for us in week 2. And then, that's pretty much the main reason we lost. I mean, the defense looked bad in both games. I'm not gonna pretend they didn't. But I think Seattle is also a better team than the Jets. And I think there was an improvement. I think they played overall, not the offense, but the defense overall played better last week than they did in week 1. And, I think that there is going to be improvement going forward. And I just don't think it's, we're pressing the panic button a little bit too early here, in my opinion. Like,
I agree. I don't
disagree
with you.
But, like, if you look at the schedule, right, we have New England this week that should be a win. We have the
Depends on who you ask.
Minnesota.
Yes, Jacob, yesterday it's a loss.
And they didn't look that great against Atlanta. Then you get the bye. Then you get Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Oh,
I mean,
we're
all
losing it.
4 of those games.
There you go. You're back. Don't even worry about it.
And then with the bye week sandwich in between them, I feel like we just got plenty of time to kind of get this worked out. And if we don't get it worked out, then I think there are just bigger issues at play, and then we can have that conversation. But, I think there's more to the defense needing to gel together, and then I think would be let on. Because there's a lot of new, faces here, but not just new faces, like new important role players, right? Like, Jalen Ramsey basically becomes our number 1 corner. That's a big, change. He's, shadowing the top receiver and everything like that. I mean, we're giving increased roles to our linebackers. Derek Harmon hasn't seen field yet, and they've just been bugged with injuries. I think, if we are having this conversation again and they still look bad by, like, the Browns game, then I think there's a conversation to be had, and we should be very concerned. But like,
agreed.
Right now, I mean, we could still easily get out of this like 5-1, even if we don't look that great.
I agree.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you agree with what I'm saying, or disagree? And just if so, why? I'm curious. Thanks.
Appreciate you, Andrew. I do agree with you to a degree. I think a lot of things are very concerning. I don't put it all on just needing to mesh, but I am patient. I'm not optimistic. I'm patient. I don't know if it's going to click. I'm not going to guess that it's going to click because it's looked really bad through 2 weeks. And a side of a ball that I did not think was going to look bad at all. But I will say that I'm with you. Like, there's no reason to panic in week 2. There's a reason to panic in week 3. There's a lot of reason to panic in week 4. And if you head into the bye week 2-2 or 1-3, then you got to make changes, some big ones, because you can't sit around forever going, at some point it's going to be fine. Things are just going to work out. I do think it's early. again, I think patience is the best way I could put this, the best way I can explain this is that I have patience that it's going to work. Every week that patience changes and dies down a little bit. And I think week 3 is a great test to say, are they going to win or not? Because I think it's going to be very close. And I ride the line of they might lose this game. Jacob believes they're going to lose. And it's hard to argue against them. If they do lose, I think that patience dies down a little bit every time. And again, I think in week 5, you have a clear indication of like, okay, do changes need to be made or are things going to be okay? Or do you keep riding the wave? But I think there are 2 weeks left to kind of make that decision.
Hey, Noah, Chad, California. Hey, I have a few questions. I'm going to get right to the point. There's so much to talk about, but
hit me up. Let me know.
Listening to the shows, you talked about Metcalf dropping balls, mental mistakes.
Yeah.
And I haven't really heard about a play that I wanted to mention to you. It was Rodgers rolls out to the right, throws a 30-yard pass on the run or something like that to Freiermuth, and he drops it.
He does.
I think it was around the red zone, maybe around the 25. That play is trying to get glossed over with all the other with the Steelers. Kind of want to get your thoughts on Freiermuth dropping another pass like that. That could have changed the game a little bit, maybe put some points on the board. I just want to get your thoughts on him dropping that ball. Second question, in the next few weeks or 3 to 4 weeks, the Steelers are going to play, I think, Bengals with Hendrickson, Garrett, and then Parsons. Just wondering if you think the Steelers have what it takes to keep Aaron Rodgers safe. I have a little concern for our safety, as it's something the Steelers are capable of planning and scheming around. I want to get your thoughts on that. And my last question is, with Burrow being hurt, the AFC North kind of is open for the Steelers for us. I'm not sure if anyone's ever asked you this. If you had to choose, I know the goal is to win the Super Bowl, but if you had to choose, would you rather Steelers win a playoff game this year or win the AFC North? Thank you, man. Have a good one.
We'll finish with the last one there. AFC or a playoff game all day. I care less about the AFC North. You know what I mean? AFC North's fun, cool. I've watched them do it 100 times. You know what I mean? A dozen times since I've been alive. Give me a playoff win all day long. Give me a playoff win without question. I am nervous about Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, and Trey Hendrickson. I think that's going to be cause for concern. I don't put that all on the offensive line. I don't think the wide receivers got open nearly enough in week 2 for Aaron Rodgers to do anything and to have any opportunity to get rid of the ball. I think almost all of his sacks were coverage sacks, and that's a terrible thing. So I put it on the wide receivers in week 2. I put it on the offensive line in week 1. And then when it comes to look at it, when it comes down to it, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are a team that have potential, like lots of potential. Is it going to work? I don't know, but I don't know what's going on right now. It's just nobody's playing well. DK Metcalf didn't look good in week 2. Pat Freiermuth's drop didn't look good in week 2. You know, like Calvin Austin didn't look good in week 2. I don't know what's going on. It's almost as if just all of their talent suddenly disappeared. And I don't really put that on schematics. I put that on the fact that just nobody looks good. And maybe that's a vibe thing. Maybe they got too in their heads. Maybe they got too confident because they have Aaron Rodgers. Maybe Mike Tomlin just talked them up too much and now they stink because their heads are too big. I have no idea. But I think across the board, anybody who was supposed to be good on the Steelers this season doesn't look good at all. And that's a problem.
What is up, Noah? I
up?
have to just get this off my chest. I've been watching the show. This is Friday. So obviously this isn't going to be heard until next Wednesday. But
it's Saturday now, so
keeping
I
it
apologize.
Spicy. Think about this.
I'm thinking about it.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Calvin Austin.
Okay.
DK Metcalf.
Love it.
How do you defend that? Then you got Freiermuth.
They got to catch footballs.
And Jonnu. and Warren in the backfield. I mean, what is the defense going to do? You have weapons everywhere for Rodgers. Laser arm. I mean, that guy can follow. He can lead a guy that's running 22 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I don't see how you do not get Tyreek Hill. I don't care if he's $40 million a year. Pay the man. You got the money. What are you going to do? Sit on the money?
Go get Dexter Lawrence.
I just think that it would be really crazy for defensive coordinators to figure out how to stop the Steelers from moving the ball down the field. You got two deep threats, and Metcalf is probably a third deep threat. And, I mean, you could have so many plays. It would be crazy. This would be the best offense.
It would be. It'd be a great offense.
70s.
No.
I don't know if you remember when Swan.
Come on, dude. AB and Le'Veon Bell and Ben.
There was only two of them.
Come on.
You got three of them?
I love it.
It would be out of this world. It would drive defensive coordinators crazy how to play the Steelers.
I agree.
Because you think that they want to run the ball, but guess what? They're going to pass their way. Aaron Rodgers would have 400 yards passing every game.
Yeah.
Trust me. That guy is that accurate. As long as Broderick Jones is freaking able to block, then we'd be all set. But, my fear is Broderick Jones is going to get Aaron Rodgers killed. And
right now, DK Metcalf not going to open might get Aaron Rodgers killed.
Papaya salad, keeping it spicy. Had to get it off my chest. I am out.
I like Tyreek Hill. I like the move for Tyreek Hill. The Steelers wouldn't touch Tyreek Hill with a 10-foot pole right now, which is, the reality of it as we get more and more involved in these legal situations. It's like, no, they're not going to do it. Would it be really difficult to defend? For sure. Would it be crazy? For sure. Is there a chance that DK Metcalf still drops footballs? For sure. For sure. Is there a chance that Tyreek Hill gets suspended for half the season? For sure. For sure. You're walking a line. You know what I mean? And on paper, it looked great, but on paper, Jalen Ramsey, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Joey Porter Jr., Deshaun Elliott, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Keanu Benton, and everybody else looked fantastic too. And, well, that paper is burning right now. So I hear you, but I don't think I don't think it would happen.
What is up, Noah and Jacob? Sorry, papaya salad again.
You back?
My
He's
apologies
back.
To all the picnic pack and all solid talk. I'm not supposed to be dropping some expletives. I'm not supposed to swear, but
I don't remember you doing that.
I don't even know. That's probably the worst Steelers game I've ever seen in my life.
It's from last
week.
But
when
I hear that.
Got rookies that are returning the ball on kickoff that can't even get it to the 20 half the time. What are we doing? And then he doesn't even know the rules. I mean, it lands in the landing zone, bounces over his head, and he immediately runs to the sideline. What is he doing? I mean, I just don't understand the coaching that's going on right now.
No, you're not wrong.
They don't have any good coaches as far as I'm concerned. Get rid of the offensive line coach, get rid of the defensive coordinator, get rid of frickin' Tomlin because why are you not going for it on 4th and 1 when you're down in the game and your defense sucks? If your defense was stout and they were having a hard time moving the ball, yeah, kick it. But guess what? They couldn't stop a freaking goat running through the line. I'm just so sick and tired of the philosophy of Tomlin, and he will not change. He will not change.
No
You need to go to a 4-3.
No chance.
Period. That'll stop. Wait till we play the Ravens. They're going to gas us. I'm just telling you, papaya salad, keeping it spicy. Sorry for the swearing and being pissed off. But us Yinzers are pissed off. All right. Papaya salad, keeping it spicy. Hopefully we can win in New England, which we never do. We're going to be 1-2. So, anyways, I'm out.
Shout out papaya salad, man. And look, at the coaching is bad right now, and I think you put a lot of it on the coaching. I do. I think it's a tough time for the Pittsburgh Steelers fan base because they are watching this going, what the hell could the problem be? And you got to think it's coaching, you know? Look at Miami right now. Tua seeing ghosts. Tyreek and Waddle can't get a connection with their quarterback. The running game looks good, but the defense looks... and everybody points at Mike McDaniel and said, he's the reason. He's it. At the end of the day, he's the reason. In Pittsburgh, that doesn't happen. Maybe it should. Maybe it should.
Hey, good morning there, Noah. We got
Stephen Corfield
here, a.k.a. I don't even know. We'll just say team hurt.
Team hurt.
All right, so, you know, after the game Sunday,
yeah,
I went through my Manic Monday.
It's a good name.
I sought out BetterHelp. They calmed me down. They squared me back up.
Shout out to
BetterHelp. I almost thought the season, I was ready to say the season's over. But I'm squared away now. I decided I am going to wait until the week after the bye week to see if this team has finally got their bleep together. If they do not, I think that is where my cutoff is for having any faith for them this season. Because if you can't figure out your problems and then go into the bye week, 2 weeks long there, while working on everything, not even game playing, just working on the crap that you keep failing at.
Yep.
Then there's going to be real concern. But I'm going to hold my judgment until the first game after the bye week. Because if they don't get everything together by week 1 of our first divisional game, it's over. So with that said,
my guy.
I'm going to pivot in a different direction here.
I'm here for
you know what it is. Well, you don't know what it is, but you're going to now. It is time to bring back the power rankings for players. That's right. I said it. I'm doing it. You're on the spot.
Wow.
I know it's going to be hard because you'll probably get the top 2 or 3, but those bottom ones, man, I really know you're going to be stretching. You'll probably put people on you might not even want to put on. But it's time to start it. And with a weak team like this, there is flexibility all year long for this list to be very fluid. And I can't wait to see what your first list is going to look like. So shout out to you and shout out to AST Nation. I hope we're all having a great day. And don't worry, things will get better. BetterHelp says.
Shout out to Stephen Corfield, man. My power rankings, dude. We should drop a video every week on the power rankings. Everything's so chaotic right now that, like, you know, power rankings got to come back. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Number 1, number 5. Start with number 5. It'd be so awful to start with number 5. How do you even go number 5? How do you start at the bottom of the list here? How do you do that? How? Number 5. What's up, AST Nation? I've teamed up with DraftKings. The next great touchdown is coming. You can bet on it. And the best way to do so is through DraftKings Sportsbooks, where new customers who bet $5 get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Football season is underway, which means you'll catch me scrolling the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as they happen. And don't worry, if sports betting is not yet available in your state, you're good. You can still join in on all the action with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports and have the shot to win cash prizes. New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Sign up using my promo code AllSteelers and get in on the action today. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Number 5 is probably the only part of the offensive line that consistently you're like, you know what? They're doing pretty okay. They're doing pretty all right. There have been almost no holes there. There have been almost no big issues. And I'm not saying the unit looks good. I'm just saying that the unit doesn't look as bad as people want to say it is. And I think this guy is a piece that we were worried about that hasn't been an issue at all. Number 5 is Zach Frazier. I feel pretty good about where Zach Frazier is right now. I don't think he's a problem. I would honestly put Mason McCormick right there next to him. I think both of those guys are playing very well, but I'll put Zach Frazier at number 5. This is awful because this list is going to look so bad, but number 4 is the first specialist on here because this man is booming punts that are crazy. He did not win the punting competition by an inch. He won it by a mile, and I didn't think that was possible. And he's shown this season that he is an absolute stud. Number 4 on this list is Corliss Waitman. That dude is doing everything in his power to set the defense up for success. And the defense sucks so bad that, well, there is no success. It's just not happening. Number 3, I'm going to be honest. Number 3 to me is Aaron Rodgers. And I know that's not a great move. I know people will fight back on that one, but I think number 3 right now is Aaron Rodgers. I think he keeps things calm. He's trying his hardest, man. He's got nobody around him whatsoever. Like whatsoever to make anything happen. Number 3 is Aaron Rodgers. And I don't even have an easy time explaining that one. But he's number 3. Number 2 is Jaylen Warren. The only guy on offense in week 2 that did a damn thing. He's if you gave him more opportunities in week 1, he would have done more with it too. I hope week 3 is even bigger. Jaylen Warren's number 2, and number 1 is the easiest answer ever. It's Chris Money Boswell, baby. I mean, the guys, it's nuts that the Steelers, that this roster includes Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Pat Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, Calvin Austin, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, Jalen Ramsey, Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slade, Deshaun Elliott, Juan Thornhill, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson, Keanu Benton, Troy Fautanu, brought 2 first-round offensive tackles because you could add Broderick Jones to that list, a Super Bowl champion, Isaac Seumalo, and a freaking kicker is number 1. Chris Boswell is the best kicker in the league. He is a serial killer. And he is number 1 on my list. I love that question, Steven. Thank you very much for that. That felt good. It hurt a little bit at the same time, but that felt good.
Hello again, Noah.
Steven Corfield, he's back.
Ended up getting that little message, about some random guy, I think, signed as a wide receiver for us. I think you might have seen him as an actor in a movie somewhere, or maybe he did my coffee once at Starbucks. I'm not really sure. But, hey, they acquired some awesome talent. I mean, like, I can definitely tell that they are all in, 100% all in for an early round draft pick next year. And I'm excited for that because we are going to get a good quarterback. Oh, man. No, but bad. Really, though.
Things are bad right now, guys.
Out of all the people that they could be bringing in, I really don't think doing something like that is going to do anything.
No.
It's not even going to pump the fan base up. If anything, and this is just coming from my feelings, it kind of almost sounds, as a fan standpoint, it almost kind of seems slightly insulting as a fan to whole like bull bleep movies or moves like this instead of actually doing something that might help with our depth, help with our injuries. I get the Jabril Peppers. Sure.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's another depth piece when we got hurt players. But this random, what was it, Duck Hodges' brother? I'm not really sure.
NCIS.
What's he going to do? I don't understand it.
He's not going to do anything.
He's going to look pretty on the practice field. I really don't know
what it is, dude.
Put him on the practice squad and bring another wide receiver up.
Yeah.
I guess that could maybe do something ish. Question mark. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot going on with this team that's really difficult to wrap your head around at the moment.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't know how you go from a team that has two really solid phases last year, with special teams and the defense, to a team this year who's got a bad offense, bad defense, and a subpar Danny Smith-led special teams. That's nothing to say bad about Danny Smith, but just what's put on the field this year so far is just that
Not
subpar,
good.
and that's just on special teams. Two bad games by the defense in a row, horrible.
Yes.
One bad game on the offense so far. I'm not going to say it's horrible yet.
Okay. I think he got cut off. I wonder if this is you again.
Hello again, Noah. Ended up getting that little message, about some random guy. I think.
Hold up.
Hey, sorry, got a little babbly and got cut off there. Anyway,
there it is.
They kept running.
We got it.
Left.
Don't even worry about it.
Obviously they're running away from TJ, but I think it was also that they were trying to take advantage of that mismatch.
For sure.
I don't know if Alex is going to be out long term. If
multiple
maybe
weeks,
you slide
3 or 4.
Cam out there on obvious running downs and bring in another tackle to take Cam's spot. I don't know what we do about that, but
you hope that Jack Sawyer is good.
It seems pretty glaring to me that Nick Herbig is not going to be able to hold up against the run. So.
I disagree on that one.
Nick, I think he's Nick. Nate was his brother.
I disagree on that one. I think if you go back, it's not all Nick.
Also, that loss on Sunday was certainly soul crushing, but it wasn't as soul crushing to me as it might have been to other people. Because I am sustained by the tears of Pitt fans. So, I went to the backyard brawl. It was freaking bananas.
Yo, that's awesome. That's awesome. Good for you, my man.
I could say,
good for you. That sounds awesome.
How Pitt eats shit and all this other stuff, but I won't. I will be very respectful.
You could say that, dude. I'm not a Pitt guy. Say it. Say it loud and proud, brother.
Yeah, I ran out of steam. Anyway, have a good one.
Shout out to Stephen Cornfield, man. I don't think Herbig was the only issue. I don't think he's the best run stuffer. I think you got to hope Jack Sawyer's good, but you also need Cam Hayward to be good. You're not just running outside the tackle. That wasn't just it. You got to be able to get guys with pressure. Your offense or your inside linebackers got to stop getting guys pushed into them, because that was a problem too. I'm not putting this on one guy. I'm putting it on pretty much everybody. When it comes to it. And to be honest, I think coaching is the biggest issue across the board, but I don't think it is on defense. I think it's just the play. It's crazy, but the one place where everybody's like, what are we doing? There are some things that you're like, oh, okay, yeah. I understand this for sure. And there are some like TJ. Why are we not disguising TJ? Doesn't make any sense. But there are also places where you're going, I just think these guys are not playing well at all. And I don't know if you fix it. I don't know if you could fix it outside of just getting them to play well. And I think that's what's going on mostly with not all with the defense, mostly with the defense. Everywhere else, I think special teams the same way. Was the loss of Mark Robb that big? Is it that bad? No. But I also think that on kickoff, it's the fact that things are adjusting. And I think the Steelers were just wild and just classic Mike Tomlin enough to put 2 kick returners back there that probably shouldn't be kick returners. Put Kenneth Gainwell and Scotty Miller or Roman Wilson back there, or Calvin Austin or Jalen Warren. And then, when things start getting better, you go, wow, dude, maybe it's not our special team unit. Maybe everybody should be able to do this, but we just weren't able to do that because of who we had back there. I think that fixes a lot of things. Shout out to Stephen Cornfield, man. I heard the backyard brawl was insane. Congratulations, my friend. That's dope.
What is up? AST Nation.
What's good?
Noah Strickline. It is totally salad.
My guy.
Sorry, I'm a little quiet. I got to be a little quiet. But let me just say, is my overreaction from last Wednesday still an overreaction? I'm telling you, I know I didn't really explain myself, and I apologize for that.
That's all good.
But this wide receiver group is disappointing.
Oh,
disappointing. Everybody was so hyped for DK Metcalf. Everybody's so hyped for Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
They're not doing shit. Pardon my language. And again, I still think that, like, yes, we have great pieces on our defense that still need to figure each other out and get that chemistry going. But I think the offense is just going to struggle this year a lot more than they did last year, even with Russ, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, just seeing that, like, the game against the Seahawks, a game we really should have won. We really should have won. It just breaks my heart and makes me feel like, yeah, next season, after the draft and everything, they're going to fill those gaps that they need, especially a wide receiver. If Aaron stays, cool. If Aaron goes, we're getting a quarterback.
Yes.
We need wide receivers, and we need a left tackle. And I'm telling you, next year's draft, next year's season is going to be the one. This season might as well be over. I'm telling you, I'm not excited
dropping bombs
for the rest of the games, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not, what's the word? Maybe I'm just tired of holding on to false hope for the Steelers. Because it's every year, man. It's every year. We get so hyped. Like, the Steelers are going to do great. They show flashy signs of, like, great potential. And then they just lose against teams that they have no business losing against.
Yes.
It's sad. That is what it is. Welcome to being a Steelers fan. All right. Later.
For anybody who hasn't been here, you know what I mean? Welcome. If you're new here, it's not fun. I hope you're not right. You know what I mean? But you hope you're not right at the same time. I do think that next year you do need a left tackle. I do think next year you need a wide receiver. I think both of those are very clear. But I also think, like, why do you have 11 tight ends and not use any of them? What is going on here? Like, why'd you pay Pat Freiermuth all that money to never use them? Why'd you go get Jonnu Smith to not use them? What is happening? It's all giant questions. You were right with the bold prediction. I think DK, when used correctly, is fantastic. I think DK last week was what the hell's going on here. I hope that trend does not continue. Small sample size. I hope it gets better. But I'm going to tell you now, people are going to get really mad really fast at that guy if he has more games like he had last week. I can't disagree with you on that one. Not at all. Not at all.
What is up, Noah and Jacob? Jacob, you are my favorite guy on the internet.
Mine too. He's mine too.
You've come a long ways. If you were to go back and look at your first couple of days with Noah, you were a little scared. But
yeah, everybody is.
I'm
an intimidating guy. You know what I'm
right
saying?
in there, baby. I'm probably your number one fan. Papaya salad. I think you keep it spicy, and you're not afraid to say what it's going to be.
For sure.
In your opinion.
For sure.
And that's what we need here on All Steelers Talk. I just would like to thank everyone, except for the Steelers, that lost me $1,000.
What? What are you doing?
Betting on certain prop bets and this, that, the other thing. And
how did we get here?
Yeah, we need TJ Watt. I had $200 that TJ Watt would get his first sack, and guess what? That $200 is gone.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good at gambling.
That's good to hear, I guess.
I bet $500 on the Chargers tonight to cover. I had it for 3.5 at first, and then I went to 6.5. You knew all the money was on the Chargers,
All right, let's look it up and see if you won there.
They covered.
Beautiful.
And I got all my money back and then some.
So we'd love to hear.
I'm pretty happy. I made over $1,000 in one weekend. If I could do that every weekend, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
I wouldn't be rich, but I would have a nice living. And
you do pretty all right, brother.
Let me tell you, you got to know football. There was no way that LA and Geno Smith was going to do anything against that defense of the Chargers.
No
you
chance.
Have to know football. You have to study football. You have to watch tape. And if you want to make money doing that,
gambling advice from the one and only Papaya Salad.
What is up, guys? Noah, Jacob, I love you, man. I just want to say, I may call in a lot. I don't want Coleslaw to call me out and say it's an all papaya salad, talk, and I think that's kind of rude, but
we
anyways,
love you, Papaya Salad. Don't even worry about it.
I have two things for you.
All right, hit me with them. I'd love to answer them.
Herbert is the real deal.
For sure. I agree.
Sawyer is the real deal.
I think there's some work there, but I agree with you.
Sawyer got his first sack.
He did.
This week. And guess what? That's just the beginning. Because that guy is vicious. He wants to kill people. He runs over people to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Watch his highlights. He has no fear. He is like a tiger cat. The king of the jungle. Not going to kill me. I'm going to kill you. And that's how Sawyer plays football.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Fire salad.
Keeping it spicy.
Keeping it spicy.
Out.
That would be the only spicy pepper that I would put into this week.
That was a Noah move so much.
Mr. Sawyer.
To just immediately have a random thought right as you're signing out.
For a reason. Because he deserves it. A rookie that goes and he plays like he does.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone says he needs time. I don't know, man. I think he's kind of ready. Just like Herbig, he's in his second year. These guys are ready to go. I think there's a lot of other guys that are like, yeah, I made my millions of dollars, and you got to keep them hungry, man. These guys that are making millions of dollars.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They almost make me sick. It made me sick when Cam Hayward wanted more money after he already.
All right, we got one more from Papaya Salad to close this show off. Let's get it.
What is up, Noah and Jacob?
What is up, Papaya Salad? Keeping it spicy.
I promise this will be the last time I call. I'm just a little frustrated. I've been watching a lot of tape, and we don't rush the passer at all. It's like there is no pass rush.
No, you're not wrong.
They take care of.
I am excited to tell this Jack Sawyer
story.
I think I've told it before, but I'll tell it again.
And there's no one coming from the inside. If you watch other teams, they fake the outside and send two guys in the middle and that quarterback gets killed. What are we doing here? Can we send, I don't know, a free safety and just I don't understand what the rush is doing. They're doing nothing.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They can't even stop the run.
No, they cannot.
It's crazy to me. I wish Dick LeBeau was back. I mean, he drew up so many plays that were exotic, and you didn't even know where the Steelers were going to come from, but he always sent someone. He at least sent one guy to sack that quarterback.
You're not wrong.
We're not even doing anything close to that. We're rushing 4 and hoping to get there when they're triple teaming and double teaming TJ Watt. None of this makes sense. Terrell Austin is the worst defensive coordinator I have ever seen in my life, and I have watched football since 1969.
Yeah.
And believe me, Chuck Noll would not put up with this. Mr. Chen, he wouldn't have any of this.
No.
You need to get pressure on that quarterback and make him get rid of that ball fast.
Agreed.
We're giving these guys all fucking time to get rid of the ball.
Yes, sir. I think that's it. I think that's the end of them. Look, and I'll tell the Jack Sawyer story. That's how we'll close this one out. I was told, I was talking to Mike Tomlin, earlier this offseason, and he was just telling stories about pro days and guys who've stood out and stuff like that. And he told a story. He said that there have been a couple people that have had this same demeanor, but the last two that he really knew of were Jack Sawyer and Jack Campbell of Iowa, and who's now with the Detroit Lions. And he said that it was almost as if when you were there and you would walk up to Mike T, or when you walk up to a player as Mike Tomlin to start talk to their player, they'd like look at Jack Sawyer or Jack Campbell, and two different organizations, obviously, or two different programs, obviously, 2 different years, to look at them and essentially like look for permission to be like, am I allowed to, can I talk to this guy? Is that okay? Am I able to do that? Like almost like a nod of approval from Sawyer to be like, all right, sounds good. There was like fear in that team surrounding Jack Sawyer. So he does come with the demeanor of like, yeah, I am that guy, and I'm the dean. I am top dog here. You know what I mean? And that's what makes him so special. So shout out to Jack Sawyer. I do think him and Nick Herbig are going to be very fun to watch this weekend. I really, truly do. All right. With that said, guys, we're heading out of here. Thank you so much for jumping on to another episode of the AST Call-In Show. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/All Steelers Talk. Check us out where you get podcasts. And as always, find all my work at si.com/NFL/Steelers. If you want to become a member and call in to next week's Call-In Show, you could do so by clicking the link in the description below. And with that said, I hope everybody enjoys another beautiful day in the Berg. Peace.